That's how y'all get scammed. Hey guys, and welcome to another acting tips video with me, Dineo Rasedile. If it is your first time tuning in, welcome to my channel where I share not only acting tips, film fun facts, but also my own personal experience and journey in the TV and film industry. So go ahead and click that subscribe button and become a VIP so that you can have a front row seat on this journey here with me. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed already. We are officially over 250 VIPs in this house. Okay. I see you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And also thank you so much for all the love that I have been receiving for Justice Served. Every single inbox, DM, message, phone call, all the bubbles, the flowers. I appreciate the love so much. And if you haven't checked it out yet, please do watch Justice Served only on Netflix. And no, I will not get tired of saying that. Okay, so we're gonna get into today's video. I have actually done a video on agents before. It was literally one of the first, if not the first videos I uploaded on my channel. But I thought I should just revisit it because it literally is one of the most frequently asked questions I get from people when they hit me up. They'll be like, how do people who are trying to get into the industry, how do I get an agent? Where do I find a good agent? How do I know if an agent is not trying to scam me? Do I really need an agent, or can I just go about it, like representing myself, so on and so forth? So I thought I should answer all those questions today and some of the ones that you guys sent in on my Instagram story sticker thingamajig. So thank you to everybody who has sent through a question on that, and I will definitely be answering all of those today. So let's get right into it. So first of all, the actor-agent relationship is very important in our South African TV and film industry, especially when you are starting out. Maybe like once you have made a big name for yourself, casting directors and production companies can just, go to you direct and you don't really need representation. And if you are about that life, then sure, why not? But if you are starting out, or if you are just, trying to get these jobs, you do need an agent. And basically what an agent is going to do for you is that they are going to get you into the audition room. That's the agent's job, right? They're going to make sure that whenever there's a casting brief that gets sent to them, that if you fit the brief and if they believe that you could do the most in that particular character or show, then they will suggest you, they will, vouch for you, and then your job is to get into that audition room and do the most. So they also handle your contracts, they negotiate your rates for you, they make sure that production is treating you properly, they make sure that nobody is trying to take advantage of you or exploit you. So trust me, in this unregulated industry of ours, you need yourself a really good agent. And by a really good agent, I mean an agent that has a really great reputation, an agency that has been, preferably been around for a while, because then you can gauge, they actually can get you into the right, auditions that you want, but also do a little bit of research, because that's how y'all get scammed, because you don't do your research. You just see people posting on their socials that we've put people on this show, and you see famous faces and whatnot, but you don't know that they're actually an extras agency. So make sure that when you sign with an agency, you understand what you're actually signing up for, because there are agents that are representing actors that are, trying to go for, supporting roles and lead roles. And then there are agencies that literally just provide background actors, which we need, very important, and we really need to give more respect and appreciation for background actors in this country. But just know exactly what it is that you're signing up for, and understand what it is that said agent is going to do for you in the industry. All right, I think I've said enough regarding that, and I can get into these questions. The first question says, which are the top 5 agencies you'd recommend in Joburg? I always suggest that a person goes to the PMA, if you're in Johannesburg, and is it Sapama? I think it's Sapama for agencies in Cape Town. And basically what it is, it's like I've spoken about this before, but it's basically like a organization or organizations that have a bunch of agencies that have come together, and they have come up with like all these regulations and terms and things that protect not just themselves but also the actors. So in terms of rates, in terms of commission that agents can take, work conditions and so on, and they agree upon these things, and every single agent that is under that organization has to follow those strict regulations. So if you get an agent that's under the PMA, you know that they're not going to take a ridiculous commission from you, that they're going to fight for specific work conditions for you as the talent, and so on and so forth. Whereas an agency from outside could be hella dodgy or could be great, but it's kind of like a gamble for you. Then next question, why do agents keep most auditions so low key, especially the Netflix original ones? I don't know why agents are catching the smoke here, because from my experience and manner, it's not coming from the agents, this hush-hushness. It's usually coming from, already like from production and casting director side. So from my experience in the past couple of years, when there has been this influx of Netflix original auditions and international productions auditions, sometimes local auditions, you find that even from audition phase already, you have to sign an NDA. So before you've even stepped into the audition room, you're saying that if you're agreeing to come to this audition, you're not going to say jack about the fact that this production is being made, and then you wait until you get the green light to start talking about it. And I know, like with Netflix, you guys have seen that Netflix does the most with their promo, and they're very strategic about how they get the news out there and promote their shows. So with them, I understand, they might have a strategy of how they want to promote their shows, and they don't want information to leak and whatever. So that's all like on production side. From my experience, whenever auditions are kept hush-hush, it's because already from jump, the production, the casting directors want to keep everything discreet. Which comes back to why you need to have an agent that is, cream of the crop and is actually getting the briefs from these big production companies and, streaming platforms and whatnot. Because with productions like that, obviously they want to cast and make sure that they get the best actors for these things. So they'll obviously have, like, casting directors will have their list of casting directors that they send these briefs to, and because they know that if I send my brief to these guys, they're gonna send me actors who are prepared, who get it, you know what I mean, who aren't just gonna come here and recite lines for me and stuff. So I don't know, I hope that makes sense. Next question. What do agents require when you want them to represent you and find you work? So I'm not sure if they're asking what they require when you're trying to sign with them, or what they require from you as the actor when they're trying to find you work, like when you're already signed with them. So I'm just going to answer both. So when you are hitting up an agent and you want them to represent you, usually what they want is a CV and headshots. Most agents, I've never seen an agent who's okay with random walk-ins. Most agents do not appreciate you just rocking up at their offices and saying, yo, I want to be an actor, sign me up. They should rather send them an email, a very professional email. So believe, make it professional, because remember, agents get flooded with people trying to become actors every single day. Some of those are legit serious people, and some are chances, because people legit do just wake up in the morning one day and be like, even me, I can do this thing. So it just helps them when you send them a CV that shows them if you have training, if you have some sort of experience, if you something that can give them something to work with. And then if you meant what do agents require from you in terms of, like, once they've signed you and now you are trying to get work, so make sure that your headshots are up to date. Make sure that all the information that your agent needs from you is present and is up to date. And then also make sure that you're always prepared when you send briefs. Make sure that you comb through it and you are prepared and you show up on time, and because that also builds a reputation in the casting director's mind of you. You know, if you are that actor who always arrives on time, always prepared, asks the right questions, has the right answers when you are asked questions, to show that you have done your homework, you didn't just memorize lines on the way there. It gives you a good reputation in the casting directors, and you can get to a point where they now start requesting for you. When they get a casting brief, they go, oh yes, I think so and so would be great for this. Can you send them to the audition? And so on and so forth. So basically that's your job and what you would be required to do in that relationship. If you're an actor and I've left something out, please do comment in the comment section and add on to that. I would greatly appreciate that, and I'm sure those who have asked the questions would too. So, how much money do they take from a job that they got you? This also depends on the contract that you have with your agent. So how the agent gets paid is that they get a commission from the work that you book from the auditions that they send you. So let's say, for example, you do a TV commercial and you get paid, the rate is 80,000 Rand and your agent's commission is 15%. Then what they will do is, once production pays that 80,000 Rand, they will deduct the tax from that, they will deduct their 15%, and then they will send you the rest. So that's why you need to make sure that you understand when you sign a contract with your agent how much their commission is going to be and how you guys are going to work when it comes to finances and stuff like that. I have heard horror stories where people are paying their agents up to 20% commission, which means you're literally getting only half of the money that you work for, and that is just absolutely ridiculous. Kanako, you've already signed. So make sure that you really comb through your contract and understand what your agent is going to take. Now, is it their responsibility to fix an issue where the workplace or set is not comfortable? Yes, it is. I think that an agent's job, a great agent's job, is to make sure that all you need to worry about once you are working, once we have now booked the work, is acting, showing up and doing the most with your script and what you have prepared. And then they make sure that production is looking after you, production is not, putting you under some hectic conditions, and they are keeping to their side of the contract. Because sometimes, productions will also try you, you know what I mean? They'll try to cut corners, try to save costs and whatnot, and then, breach contract. So as long as you have made sure that you are upholding your side of the contract with production, then your agent has every right to say, listen, why is XYZ not in place when this is what our contract states? If they can handle all the drama, offset, then you can shine and do the most. And also what's great is that you won't have this reputation of, yay, this girl is always complaining, this actor is always, got something to moan about, blah, 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 blah. So make sure that you get an agent that you have a great relationship with and that you can communicate any and every, situation or flag anything that's a bit off for you on production. And also, even just if you are really having a great time and production is looking after you and you appreciate it, share that with your agent too. We must also not be people that are constantly complaining. Sometimes we must be like, wow, these people are treating me so great and I absolutely love it. Yeah. Okay. And then, how many agents have you been with throughout your career? I have been with 2 agents since I started professionally acting. The first agent I signed with straight after my training, and I was with them for about 3 years. And it was great. It was an amazing agent. Obviously, right then I was still new. I was still learning the ropes, still a lot of things that I was very green about. But I don't really have any hectic complaints per se to have. But I just felt like I got to a point where we didn't quite understand each other, and I decided that in order for me to grow and in order for me to do the type of work that I wanted to do, I had to find an agent that understood me better. But they're a great agency. I have nothing bad to say about them. I know people who are with that agency that are doing great. So the current agency that I've been with now, I have been with since 2017, June of 2017, May, June of 2017, yeah. Right, and the final question is where, how, and when does one audition Secunda Mpumalanga? Okay, once again, I'm not sure if this person is signing off saying that they're sending this from Secunda Mpumalanga, or if they're asking this question saying where, how, and when does one audition in Secunda Mpumalanga. So I'll just answer them as two questions. So if you want great auditions from great productions, the shows that you're watching, upcoming shows, you need an agent. You're not going to hear about auditions unless you are with a good agency, unless you are talking about open auditions where they just say, hey, Strawberry Production Company is looking for fresh new faces, and then they put out this huge audition casting call and hundreds of people show up. That's what an open audition is. But most auditions are closed. They are sent to good and reputable. Is reputable a real word? Reputable agencies. So if you do not have an agent, you're not going to hear about all these great auditions or shows that you see, and you're wondering, when did this audition happen? Also, I can't really say where. I can't really say when, because it's not like every Friday there are auditions, or every beginning of the month. They happen seasonally and sporadically, and even now as I'm sitting, I can open my emails and see an emergency email from my agent saying, hey, great opportunity just came in now. They need to cast like as in yesterday. So here's a script, here's a brief. You need to learn this, and you're auditioning tomorrow late afternoon type vibes. So that's literally how the industry is. You need to always be ready. You need to have your skill sharpened and just be ready at any time to audition, to prepare for an audition rather. And as for how, I do have a video where I speak about like what you can expect at a maybe like a TV commercial audition. I haven't done one for like TV and series. I'm definitely going to do that when I have the space and the freedom to do so. But yeah, as for Secunda Mpumalanga, if that's what you are asking, there are no auditions in Secunda Mpumalanga. I have lived here since my existence. The TV and film industry does not exist in Secunda at this point. So if you are in Secunda and waiting to hear about auditions or waiting to be discovered, please do yourself a favor and relocate and position yourself in the space where you will, be able to make your dreams a reality, because that's not a thing here. So yes, if you want to know about auditions, if you want to be in the loop and hear about things, get yourself an agent. There's no way you're going to move, especially when you're starting out, where you're going to move. There aren't that many people who are that liberal with auditions in our industry, and also they can't, because you are restricted by the audition process to share that information anyway. So yeah, I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about what was spoken about today, please do pop them in the comment section. And if you have any topic suggestions, something that you would like me to cover, to just shed light on, to explain a little bit further, also feel free to drop that in the comment section as well. But otherwise, that is it from me for today. I hope that you learned a little something, that if you did send in your questions, which I thank you very, very, very much for, that you got the answers that you were looking for, and you have a better understanding of how things work. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell to make sure that you do not miss any of the videos that are coming out as we go forward. And yeah, on that note, that is me, and I will see you on the next video.